this time I will be talking about that is the masterclass of the tactical masterclass of that is coach Enzo Maresca after rising that is through the ranks earlier on as a player through the Juventus ranks. Alexo Verona, SC Sevilla, comes in the Premier League and even turning into a coach that is for the Manchester United reserve, Manchester City reserve team, and even that is assistant that is to Pep Guardiola in the treble winning season, saying that is to Leicester City, now at Chelsea Football Club. This time, that is the entire fans of football. This will not only be about Chelsea fans. This is for the all entire fans of football. When signing that is Enzo Maresca to Chelsea Football Club, remember Chelsea is one of the biggest teams that is on the planet Earth. Signing a coach that was from the Championship wasn't the name of Chelsea Football Club, and even when Chelsea kept talking about that is the signature of Enzo Maresca, many Chelsea fans were not happy upon this decision. Reason being, Chelsea had a line of many coaches that were being thought upon, the likes of Luis Enrique, the likes of Virgil van Gaal, and even several other top class coaches. However, the management, after giving out that is chances that is to top managers, and they had failed to deliver, the likes of Mauricio Pochettino, who somehow did something that is at Chelsea Football Club. Reason being, he brought in several other players. The likes of Cole Palmer were brought by Mauricio Pochettino, and even in that season, Cole Palmer, it was the breakthrough season that is for Cole Palmer coming through that is the Manchester City ranks. Many critics about football and even Chelsea did not believe the Chelsea appointment of Enzo Maresca, but we who dig deep that is into the sports fraternity, when asked that is the Chelsea club owners, say that Enzo Maresca was given time to explain that is to the board on what he's going to do with the team, his tactical masterclass, and on explanation and on board, when given almost like 3 hours to explain that is his best, he showcased to convince that is the owners that is the rightful manager that is for Chelsea Football Club. However, several fans and even several critics of football did not accept this until Enzo Maresca started the season on a positive note, where Chelsea was still competing with Liverpool towards the end of January, towards the end of December, that was last year, when Chelsea was only 2 points below that is Liverpool, ahead of Arsenal and even ahead of Manchester City. However, injury to some key players, the likes of Richard James, the likes of Nicholas Jackson, somehow affected the team and it went off the pace. However, later on their return, that was almost 2 months to the end of the season, the team picked up, and his first question as he was interviewed by the bosses is to bring the team that is to Champions League football. He did it, managed to send the team to the UEFA Conference Final and even won that trophy, and thus the owner said that this was the rightful manager that is at Chelsea Football Club. However, sometimes he was failing some hardiness to beat that is the top teams, and even still football pundits were still complaining about that. But when he beat Manchester United 1 goal to nil, he beat the likes of Tottenham Football Club, that was home and away. He beat that was Liverpool, the champions, 3 goals to 1, and even his performance that was in the Club World Cup was just phenomenal, or beyond that was reasonable doubt. And even many haters and even critics, after Chelsea starting its first game that was in the group stages up against Los Angeles Football Club, it won 2 goals to nil. Others said that it will not go through the group stages. They lost up against Flamingo, came back, they won up against that is AS Tunis, 3 goals to nil. On the quarterfinals, they beat Benfica 4 goals to 1. They went through that is the quarterfinals, beating Palmeiras 2 goals to 1, beating that is Fluminense still 2 goals to nil. That is on the semi-finals. And when they were going to play on the final up against PSG, the entire world thought that Enzo Maresca is just going to hand over the trophy. However, when asked by several pundits upon this or upon that final. He said that we have a resolution upon that is PSG thought upon as the best footballing club that is in the world, after edging out Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, the likes of Inter Miami, beating Inter Milan, that is on the finals. They thought that this was PSG's trophy. However, on the final, Chelsea defied the odds, beating that is PSG, convincing the 3-0, and PSG did not have any answer upon Chelsea's ruthless attack, led by the informed attacker that is called Paloma, the likes of João Pedro, likes of Enzo Fernandez, and the midfield sensation that is Moises Caicedo. Since then, the world has now believed that this tactician, that is Enzo Maresca, is currently the hottest cake that is on the global scene, that is as per coaching criteria. And he said that if you need to be the best, you have to beat that is the best. But remember, earlier on, before coming to Chelsea, had that is stance at Manchester City, winning that is the Premier League 2 with the likes of Cole Palmer. That was around the 2020-2021 season. Rose, that is the assistant coach. They won a treble with Manchester City. Then got a job in Leicester City, that was in the championship. He won that is that championship, and currently is with Chelsea, and in his first season has managed to win that is 2 accolades. So that is the masterclass of Enzo Maresca, one of the former midfielders, great midfielders that is at SC Villa. Right now is turning what he did as a player into practice. As